Robert Louis Stevenson. When I was sick, I would lay in bed. I had 2 pillows at my head. With all of my toys beside me lay, keeping me happy all the days. And sometimes for an hour or so, I watched my legion soldiers go, up and down, uniforms and drills, through the valleys and through the hills. And sometimes set my ships in fleets, all up and down the bed sheets. Or brought trees and houses out and planted cities all about. I sat on top, giant and still, on top of my bedsheet hill. And seas before him, dull and plain, the pleasant land of counterfeit.
Your turn.
A January dandelion. All Nashville is a chill, and everywhere, like desert sand, when the winds blow, there is each moment sifted through the air, a powdered blast of January snow. O thoughtless dandelion, to be misled by a few warm days, leave thy natural bed. Was folly growth and blooming over soon? And yet thou blasted yellow-coated gem, full many a heart has but a common boon, with thee now freezing on thy slender stem. When the heart blooms over by the touch of love's warm breath, and left in chilling snow sifted in, it may still beat, but there is blast of death, where all that blooming life that might have been. Thank you.
Brenda.
I'll Follow Thee by Clara Ann Thompson. My Savior, let me hear thy voice tonight. I'll follow thee, I'll follow thee. The clouds that overhang my way obscure the light, and all is dark to me. I hear thy voice above the tempest shriek. I'll follow thee, I'll follow thee. And though my sight be dim, my spirit weak, I'll trust, though not I see. I'd feel thy arm supporting in the dark. I'll follow thee, I'll follow thee. For thou canst fan to flame faith's sinking spark and seal my loyalty. I shall not sink, dear Lord, when thou art my guide. I'll follow thee, I'll follow thee. Though lashed by heavy waves on every side, I'm safe when thou art with me.
Okay.
You are doing wonderfully. I realized I didn't talk about the voting part. So just note in that little fine print, and it is really fine, this program will also become your ballot at the end. Please rank the top 3 performances for second, third. So there's really nothing you can do in the meantime until you've seen them all. You can't start choosing, but you can maybe put a little mark by ones that was pretty good. You can make your own system. If you want to remember one in particular that was good, you can do that. Okay, we're doing great. Good job, everybody. Let me call. Oh, how about Jack?
My Easter Dove by Henrietta Cornelia Ray. There came a dove, an Easter dove, when morning stars grew dim. It fluttered round my lattice bars to chant a maiden hymn. It brought a lily in its beak, aglow with dewy sheen. I caught the strain the incense breathed, and uttered praise between. It brought a shrine of holy thoughts to calm my soul that day. I caught the meaning of the note. Why did it fly away? Come, peaceful dove, sweet Easter dove, above earth's storm and strife. Sing of the joy of Easter tide, of light and hope and life.
Ryer.
The mountain and the squirrel had a quarrel, and the former called the latter little prig. One replied, "You're doubtless very big, but all sorts of things and weather must be taken in together to make up a year and a sphere." I think it's no disgrace to occupy my place. For you are not so large as I, and I am not so small as you.
I'll not.
And what?
I will not
I'll not
deny you making.
And I'll not deny you make a very pretty squirrel track. But for all sorts of yeah, I already said that. I need a new prompter.
I think Ryder should have a redo because
Yeah.
no, that's awesome that
You
you
gave him like
You're giving me the same words as what he said.
Can we restart?
Yeah.
Would you like to
Can I just start halfway through?
No, from the top.
I was like, those three wrong.
The mountain and the squirrel had a curl. And see, now I got messed up. And the former called the latter little prig. But Bone replied, "You are doubtless very big, but all sorts of things and weather must be taken in together to make up a year and a sphere. But I think it's no disgrace to occupy my place. If I'm
Not so large.
If I'm not so large, and you are not so small as I, and not half so spry, I'll not deny you make a pretty squirrel track, and talents differ, all is well and put together. If I cannot carry force on my back, neither can you crack a nut."
Jack Dieterle.
Behind Stoll by Elizabeth Bishop. I heard an elf go whistling by, the whistle sleek as moonlit grass, that drew me like a silver string, to where the dusty pale moth flies, and make a magic as they pass. And there I heard a cricket sing. His singing echoed through and through the dark under the windy tree, where glinted little insects' wings. His singing split the sky in two. The halves fell either side of me, and I stood straight, bright with moon rings.
Jack Lerood.
The Arrow and the Song by Henry Longfellow. I shot an arrow into the air, it fell to earth, I knew not where. For so swiftly it flew, the sight could not follow it in its flight. I breathed a song into the air, it fell to earth, I knew not where. For who has sight so keen and strong, that it can follow the flight of song? Long afterwards, in an oak, I found the arrow still unbroke, and the song from beginning to end I found again in the heart of a friend.
Lucianne B. Watkins. In memory of your truly noble life, in memory of the fierce and bitter strife, in memory of the lasting good you wrought, in memory of your talents very great, that it found a home within your massive brains, and swayed the thousands of each town and state. Who heard your forceful oratory strains. I offer now these words of praise. This chord to touch, this chord I touch to sound your honors due. The pathway of your truly great life. Shines now a bright and brilliant light for you.
Chesney, your turn.
Low Tide by Anna St. Vincent Millay. These wet rocks, where the tide has been, barnacled white and weeded brown, and slime beneath to a beautiful green. These wet rocks, where the tide went down, will show again when the tide is high, faint and perilous, far from shore. No place to dream, but a place to die, the bottom of the sea once more. There was a child that wandered through a giant's empty house all day. House full of wonderful things and new, but no fit place for a child to play.
Silence by Babette Deutsch. Silence with you is like the faint, delicious smile of a child asleep in dreams unguessed. Only the hinted wonder of its dreaming, the soft, slow-breathing miracle of rest. Silence with you is like a kind departure from iron clangor and the engulfing crowd into a wide and greenly barren meadow under the blue of some blue-bosomed cloud, or like one held upon the sands at evening when the drawn tide rolls out and the mixed light of sea and sky enshrouds the far wind-bellowed sails that move darkly on the edge of night.
dash against the air, as if to break themselves upon its stillness. In every movement too swift to count is a reveille of indecision. A furtive delight in trees they do not desire, and in grasses that shall not know their weight. They hover and lean toward the meadow with little edged cries, and then, as if frightened at the earth's nearness, they seek the high austerity of evening sky, and swirl into its depth.
With Music by Helen Hay Whitney. Dear, did we mean something yesterday? I half remember how the birds were mute, among green leaves and tulip-tinted fruit, and on the grass beside a stream we lay. In early twilight, faintly far away, came lovely sounds that drift from silver lute, with answered echoes of an airy flute. While twilight waited, faint to stay, her violet eyes were sweet with mystery. You looked in mine, the music rose and fell. Like little lisping laughter of the sea, our souls were barks, wind wafted from the shore. Gold cup, a rose, a ruby, who can tell? Soft music ceases, I recall no more.
Haley.
In Heaven by Stephen Crane. In heaven, some little blades of grass stood before God. What did you do? Then all save one of the little blades began eagerly to relate the merits of their lives. This one stayed a small way behind, ashamed. Presently God said, what did you do? The little blade answered, Oh, my Lord, memory is bitter to me, for if I did good deeds, I know not of them. Then God in all his splendor arose from his throne. Oh, best little blade of grass, he said. The Days to Come by Medora C. Addison. Now shall I store my soul with silent beauty, beauty of drifting clouds and mountain heights, beauty of sun-splashed hills and shadowed forests, beauty of dawn and dusk and star-swept nights. Now shall I fill my heart with quiet music, song of the wind across the pine-clad hill, song of the rain and, fairer than all music, call of the thrush when twilight woods are still. So shall the days to come be filled with beauty, bright with the promise caught from eastern skies. So shall I see the stars when night is darkest, still hear the thrush's song when music dies.
You're making him hold his breath.
Thoughts in Jail by Catherine Rolston Fisher. Prisoners are we, American citizens in prison, for daring, in the name of democracy, to protest against the continued denial of the right of self-government to 20 millions of American people. We lie in a dungeon, long ago abandoned and condemned. Just as politically we are held. We lie in a subjection, abandoned and condemned, by every other nation of English speech and spirit. Painfully raising my head, I look down the long row of gray blanketed heaps. Under every heap, a woman, weak, sick, but determined. 20 gray fortresses of determination.
The ocean has its silent caves, deep, quiet, and alone. Though there be fury on the waves, beneath them there is none. The awful spirits of the deep hold their communion there, and there are those for whom we weep, the young, the bright, the fair. Calmly, the wearied seamen rest beneath their own blue sea. The ocean solitudes are blessed, for there is purity. The earth has guilt, the earth has care, on quiet are its graves. But peaceful sleep is ever there beneath the dark blue waves.
The Dilettante, a modern type, by Paul Laurence Dunbar. He scribbles in some prose and verse, and now and then he prints it. He paints a little, gathers some, of nature's gold and mints it. He plays a little, sings a song, acts tragic roles are funny. He does because his love is strong, but not, oh, not for money. He studies almost everything, from social art to science. A thirsty mind, a flowing spring, demand and swift compliance. He looms above the sordid crowd, at least through friendly lenses, while his mama watches, pleased and proud, and kindly pays expenses.
Nothing to Do by James Ephraim McGirt. The fields are white, the laborers are few, the
But say the idle, there's nothing to do. Jails are crowded. In Sunday schools few. We still complain. There's nothing to do. Drunkards are dying. Your sons, it is true. Mothers' arms folded, with nothing to do. Heathens are dying. Their blood falls on you. How can you people find nothing to do?
Noah.
When I Have Passed Away by Claude McKay. When I have passed away and been forgotten, and no one living can recall my name or my face. When under alien sod my bones lie rotten, with not a tree or stone to mark the place. Perchance a pensive youth with passion burning, for olden verse that smacks of love and wine. The musty pages of old volumes turning, may light upon a little song of mine. And he may softly hum the tune and wonder, who wrote the verses in the long ago, or he may sit him down a while to ponder upon the simple words that touch him so. Longings by Nellie Rathbone Bright. I want to say all the things, just things, that they tell me I must do. I would drown them all in the tears I weep when each breathless day is through. I want to flee to a cool sand dune on a windswept beach where the humming tune of the wind and the waves and the heart of me drams in my ears and my lips are wet with the tang of the sea. I want to feel the rain on my cheek, the thrill that comes from a lark's long note. I want to see the sky at dawn through the lacy green of a willow tree. I want to look deep in a pool at night and see the stars flash flame like the fire in black opals.
Georgia.
She of the Dancing Feet sings by County Cullen. And what would I do in heaven, pray, me with my dancing feet, and limbs like apple boughs that sway, when the gusty rain winds beat? And how would I thrive in a perfect place, where heaven would be sin, with not a man to love my face, nor an arm to hold me in? The seraphs and the cherubim would be too proud to bend, to sing the fiery tunes that brim my heart from end to end. The wistful angels down in hell will smile to see my face, and understand because they fell from that all-perfect place.
Hey.
In memorial by Wissam B. Watkins. In memory of your truly noble life. In memory of the cause for which you fought. In memory of your fierce and bitter strife. In memory of the lasting good you wrought. In memory of the talent really great that found a home within your massive brain and swayed the thousands of each town and state who heard the forceful oratory strain. I offer now these simple words of praise. This chord I touch to sound your honors due, the pathway to your truly noble days. Shine now, grand and brilliant light for you.
Each one our names on our backs.
All right, class, we did it. All the nerves are over, at least for the poetry part of things. Excellent job. I know it's very scary to come up here with nothing to look down at. So good job facing that and having courage. I would ask that you're filling out your ballots now, and they're definitely anonymous. There's no need to put your name on who you are voting for. But it's just a ranking system. 1, 2, 3. Who is best, second best, third best. I'll have you bring ballots, not at this exact moment, but when you're done, when we're ready to go, I'll have Alyssa, who's been the most helpful person. She will collect them from you, kind of over at the table. Let's stay here, please, so we can all go together. Let's stay until 11:09. We just need a few more seconds from our museum walk. So 11:09, stay down here. And you should be getting your grade back right now as well. Anything else we should say as a whole group? Okay, wonderful job, everyone. Recite very fast. It's processed from understanding because the words are coming all over the place. But I only took a.
Oh, that's true.
And then we're giving you stepping. There's some hopping and stepping going on. Are you sure we can't work that out of you? We cannot work that out of you.
I'll just take my guess. That's not possible. Just
Alyssa's collecting your ballot.
knew it. Yes, you're very powerful. You're very powerful. Just, I love you. Oh, thanks.
It's an easy job, huh?
I'm coming. Yeah.
Oh, we can stop.